Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Sessions. We got 12 new vocabulary words from the JLPT N1 list today. As always, if we see a new kanji, we're going to write it down 10 times, followed by going over its readings, its meanings, and its pronunciations, as well as how to remember it based on the radicals that make up the kanji. If we see a new word, but it's made of kanji we already know, we're just going to go over the meanings of the two kanji and how they come together to make our new word. I'm going to write those down 3 to 5 times. If you don't want to listen to me write these down and say them out loud on screen, head on over to YouTube and you can just check out the, skip ahead to the explanations. And if you just want these word lists, head on over to Google Drive. Our first word of the day is tenchi. Ten on the left side for heaven, and chi on the right side for earth or the soil. Tenchi means heaven and earth, literally, or it can mean the universe, or if, as we say in the West, kind of all of creation. But it can also mean top and bottom. Heaven and earth. Tenchi is top and bottom, or heaven and earth, kind of creation. Tenchi is heaven and earth. 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 Tenchi. Number 2 is omomuki. This is also pronounced shu. This is shumi no shu, like a hobby, a pastime. But I wanted to focus on this one today as omomuki, meaning elegance, grace, or charm, kind of on its own. Omomuki is elegance, grace, or charm. The same kanji for shumi no shu. Shumi no shu. 他に omomuki. Omomuki is elegance, grace, or charm. Omomuki, elegance, grace, or charm. Omomuki. Omomuki is elegance, grace, or charm. Omomuki. Omomuki is elegance, grace, or charm. Omomuki. Omomuki. Omomuki is elegance, grace, or charm. Number 3 is hinan. Hi on the left for avoiding, and nan on the right side for trouble, calamity, or danger. So hinan is literally avoiding danger or taking refuge. Can also mean evacuation. Hinan is avoiding danger or taking refuge. Hinan is avoiding danger or taking refuge. Hinan is avoiding danger, taking refuge. Hinan. Hinan is avoiding danger or taking refuge. Hinan. Hinan is avoiding danger or taking refuge. Hinan is avoiding danger or taking refuge. Hinan desu. Hinan. Hinan is avoiding danger or taking refuge. Number 4 is yutsu. Yutsu is depression, melancholy, or dejection for two kanji that mean pretty much the same thing. They both kind of mean melancholy. Our first new kanji is yu. You'll recognize this radical from the right side of yasashi, or the word yusho, which means overall victory, but in this case, the radical just means melancholy, to grieve, lament, or sad and unhappy. With the radicals for summer over a covering a heart and winter. So the way I'm thinking about this is a depressed person, a person in melancholy, has summer on the outside, but inside their heart is in winter. Ure Ureru is our verb for something. Ureru. ちょっと待ってね。Ureru. Ureru. Urewashi is wretched or sad. Ureru is to worry about something. Ureru. Ureru is to worry about. Also pronounced you as in yutsu. Melancholy, grieve, lament, sad, or unhappy is summer on the outside, covering a heart in winter. You is melancholy or sad, with a summer covering a melancholy winter heart. You. You is a summer covering a melancholy wintry heart. You. You is melancholy, sad, grieve, or lament. You. You is melancholy, sad, to grieve, or winter. You. Yutsu no you is melancholy or sad, followed by utsu on the left side, or sorry, on the right side, which is pronounced utsu, hokani usuru. Let's look up what usuru is. I'm guessing it's to be sad about. Usuru, uso. Uso is thicker, dense. Usuru. Usuru. Utsutsu. Pessimistic. Usuru. どこかあるかな? Usuru. Usuru. It's not gonna give me. It's not gonna give me exactly what usuru means. Usuru. There it is. Usuru. I'm guessing it's our transitive verb for being sad, but I'm not really sure. So look out for this one in your immersion. Radicals in this kanji are a tree on the left side top, a tree on the right side top. In the middle we have a can, all covering hair on the right side. And on the left side we have a boxed, what looks like an insect. I couldn't find that radical. All over a spoon. You guessed it, this one's going to have to be rote memorization. If you want to think of it as this kanji is so complicated it makes me sad, that's how I'm going to think of it, then yeah, that's kind of the way I'm going to do it for now until a more complicated one comes across and takes its place. Usuru or utsu is gloomy, depression, or melancholy. Usuru, hokani utsu. Yutsu no utsu is gloom, depression, and melancholy. Gonna draw our can first, followed by left tree and right tree. We're covering the side. We have a map with 4 ticks. And I think the spoon and the hair comes last. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Utsu. Utsu. Hokani usuru is gloom, sad, or melancholy. Utsu or usuru is sad or melancholy. Yutsu. Together we have yu, utsu, again meaning depression, melancholy, dejection, or gloom. Our noun for gloom and melancholy. How could such a complex kanji not make you sad or melancholy? Utsu. or usuru is depression or melancholy. This is going to take me a while to write out because there are so many damn... There's so many strokes in this. Oh my goodness. Utsu or usuru is sadness or melancholy. Just looking at this kanji is likely to make you sad or melancholy. Usuru. Usuru. 打つっていう漢字を見えるのは憂鬱。憂鬱. And together with you on the left side, also for melancholy, we have yutsu for depression or melancholy, dejection and gloom. Yutsu is depression, melancholy, and gloom. Yutsu. Number 5 is gisei, again with two new kanji. Gi on the left side for a sacrifice. On the left side of this kanji, we have the radical for a cow, and on the right side, we have the radical for, I think that's justice, or I think it's justice. Gisei no sei, righteousness, justice, and morality. So we have a cow sacrificed for moral purposes or religious purposes. Gi is sacrifice for a cow that serves a moral purpose. Gisei no gi means sacrifice. Gisei no gi is the cow that serves a righteous purpose. Gisei no gi. Gisei no gi is a cow serving a righteous purpose as a sacrifice. Gisei no gi. Gi is a sacrifice. Gisei no gi is a sacrifice. Gisei no gi is a sacrifice. Gisei no gi. Plus sei on the right side, our new kanji that also means a sacrifice, but specifically an animal sacrifice or an offering, is pronounced sei. Radicals in this kanji are a cow on the left side, and on the right side, the radical for life. You give the life of a cow as an animal sacrifice or offering. Gisei no sei is the cow whose life is sacrificed, an animal offering. Gisei no sei is an animal sacrifice or an offering. Gisei no sei is an animal sacrifice. Gisei. Gisei no sei. Together with gi on the left side, we have a sacrifice, or a victim. A gisei is a sacrifice or a victim. Gisei is a sacrifice or a victim. Number 6 is jinzai. Jin on the left side for a person, and zai on the right side for a resource, or a lumber and log, literally, but in this case, we're talking about people as a resource, not specifically lumber. Jinzai has two meanings: a capable person, a person who is a resource, or human resources itself in more of a literal sense. Jinzai is human resources. Jinzai is human resources, or a capable person, a person who is a resource. Jinzai. Jinzai is a capable person or a person who is a resource. Jinzai. Jinzai desu. Number 7 is chinretsu. Chin on the left side is our new kanji for to exhibit, state, relate, or explain, with our radicals for a mound on the left side, and on the right side we have eastern. The eastern mound exhibits, states, or relates. I'm going to think about this in terms of the sun again. I've done that a couple of times. The side of the mound that is exhibited when the sun comes up is the eastern side. Chin is the eastern side of the mound that gets exhibited in the sun. Exhibit is chin. Chin. Chin is exhibit. State, relate, or explain. You can think of that in terms of the sun too. Explaining something means you're shining a light on it, if you want to speak metaphorically. So the eastern side of the hill is explained or shined on by the sun. Chin is state, explain, or exhibit. Chinretsu no chin is exhibit, state, or explain. Chinretsu no chin. And together with retsu on the right side for a file or a rank, we have an exhibition in rows, a display, a putting on a show when you put all of your items or possessions on in a row. A chinretsu is an exhibiting file or line. Chinretsu is an exhibition. Number 8 is kasuka. Kasuka means faint, dim, slight. It can also mean poor, wretched, or meager. No kanji to remember here. We just got to remember kasuka is faint, dim, or slight. And it kind of sounds like that, right? Kasuka. That depronounced S sound. S sound. Pronounced faintly is kasuka. Faint, light, or poor. Kasuka is faint, light, or poor. Kasuka desu. Number 9 is ninau. Ninau is to carry on one's shoulder or to shoulder and bear something in a very transitive sense. We've also learned another way to pronounce this with katsugu. If this is followed by gu, then it's katsugu, which also means to shoulder or to bear and carry. And you'll have to look up on your own how the two are a little bit different. I know I'm going to ask that question tonight. Ninau or katsugu. という使い方は違うかもしれないけど、意味について意味はほとんど大体同じだよね。担ぐと担うは。Ninau is to carry on one's shoulder, to shoulder or bear, with our kanji for shouldering and bearing. Ninau is to shoulder or bear. Ninau. Ninau is to shoulder or bear. Ninau is to shoulder or bear. Number 10 is hyoshi. Hyo on the left side is a covering or a face, and shi on the right side is paper. So the covering on paper things, like the cover of a book, is hyoshi. Hyoshi is the cover of a book, or the face of a book. Hyoshi is the cover of a book. Hyoshi is the cover of a book. Hyoshi is the cover of a book. Hyoshi. Hyoshi is the cover of a book, or the binding of it. Literally translated, the covering on some paper. Hyoshi is the covering of a book. The cover. Hyoshi. Number 11 is akarasama. 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 Akara-sama is plain, frank, candid, open, unabashed, or blatant. Akara-sama. Akara-sama. Again, no kanji here to remember. You're just going to have to remember Akara-sama is plain, frank, or candid. Akara-sama. Akara-sama is plain, frank, or candid. Akara-sama. Akara-sama is plain, frank, or candid. And finally, number 12 is mekuru. Mekuru is to turn over pages in a book, to tear off, or to strip off. Mekuru. Mekuru is to turn over pages in a book, to tear off, or strip off. Mekuru. Mekuru. Mekuru is to turn over or tear off. Mekuru. Mekuru. Let's go back to the top, make sure we put nice little pins in our memory where the memorizations are going to go. Yeah. Make sure you're making flashcards and doing some immersion. And yeah, along with these some vocabulary introductions, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Our first word of the day was tenchi, earth and heaven or the universe. Ten on the left side for heaven, and chi on the right side for earth. Tenchi is the heaven and earth or the top and bottom. Elegance, grace, or charm is monuki, mamonuki, mamokire. Wasurechatta. Omomuki is elegance, grace, or charm. Omomuki. I'm going to write this down a few more times because I forgot. Omomuki. Omomuki is elegance, grace, or charm. Omomuki. Omomuki desu. Omomuki. Omomuki. Elegance, grace, or charm. Omomuki. Number 3 is taking refuge or evacuation with hinan. Hi on the left side for avoidance, and nan on the right side for harm, calamity, or danger. Hinan is avoidance of disaster. Depression, melancholy, dejection, and gloom is yutsu. Yu on the left side for depression and melancholy, and utsu on the right side for, again, depression and melancholy. Double down on that depression. Yutsu is depression, melancholy, or dejection. A sacrifice or a victim is a gisei. Gisei. Gi on the left side for our cow that serves a just cause, and sei on the right side for the cow that gives his life as a animal sacrifice or offering. A gisei is a sacrifice or victim. A capable person or human resources is jinzai. Jin on the left side for people or person, and zai on the right side for lumber or wood, but in this case we really mean resource. An exhibition, display, or putting on a show is a chinretsu. Chin on the left side for exhibiting, stating, or showing, with the mound that is shown on the east side in the daylight, and retsu on the right side for all in a line. Shinretsu is exhibiting things in a line or displaying and showing them. Slight, poor, wretched, or meager is kasuka. Kasuka desu. No kanji. Kasuka. To carry on one shoulder or to shoulder and bear is ninau, along with katsugu. Ninau is to shoulder or bear something. The cover of a book or a binding is a hyoshi. Hyo on the left side for a cover, and shi on the right side for paper. Hyoshi. Plain, frank, candid, open, unabashed, or blatant is akara-sama. Akara-sama. I think akara-sama. Hi, akara-sama is plain or blatant. Akara-sama. And finally, turning over pages of a book or tearing off and stripping off things is mekuru. Mekuru is turning pages in a book. Mekuru. Thanks for watching today, everybody. I hope you had a good Wednesday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Oh yeah, before I go, here's a sad song by Joji to get our mind off of that ridiculously difficult kanji.